Shalom, good evening to you all. I'd love to know where you're all coming in from. There's so many people here. Wow. Baruch Hashem. So we have an hour. An hour is not a lot of time with me, you understand. Time flies when you're having fun, when we're learning deep things, when we're going deep places. So I'm just going to dive in with your permission. Can everyone put your right hand in the air? Can you do that right now? Can you put your right hand over your heart? Great. Lift up your left hand. Put your left hand under your right hand. And our hands are how we extend out to the world. And we lift them back up to our heart. The chasadim and the gevuras, the strength and joy and the challenges we face, we lift them back up to the heart, which is what's called Yesod of Bina, where our consciousness comes down, interfaces with our body. That's the heart. So we just want to lift ourselves out of the world for the next 60 minutes. Just let it all go, our responsibility, our stress, our worry, things today, things tomorrow, all that stuff yesterday, for sure, all the social media stuff. Let it all go. Let's bring ourselves back up. The Hasidic masters tie a gartel around themselves. They say that they're coming to contain themselves. They're creating a space to contain, and they're bringing their energy back from an investment in the world. We're bringing ourselves back to this place in the here and now. In the here and now, that's where we are in the here and now. So that's where we are. That's where Hashem is. That's where all of you are. And that's wonderful. So just extend your consciousness out to this group. Let us be together. There's a power when we're together. And just give out your light and receive it. It's strong today. Good. It's good. It helps me. I needed it today too. So give that out and receive that back. Hit kashrut. We're connected all around the world, but we're united in consciousness and heart right now. And we'll extend this light out to the hostages, wherever they are. Just shine out to them. Imagine Hashem's light is shining into us. We're holding that light together, and we're shining that out to the hostages as well. Asking Hashem to shine directly to them as well. And all the soldiers from Sahel, the IDF, shine light to them to protect them, include them in the blessing that we have right now. The joy and the blessing that we have right now of being together. And draw a line around all of Eretz Yisrael. We've seen the shape so much recently. These borders should be safe and strong and protected. They should expel anything that's darkness within the land and shield from anything that's darkness outside of the land trying to get in. It should be a place of strength, of solace, fortitude, Hagana, koach of gevurah around the land, and kula chesed within the land. Fine. Okay, just relax your hands. We're here together now. We're here together now. Shalom to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So I want to share with you some Torah, some teachings, just for a few minutes. And then we're going to do a meditation. And in the meditation, this is not a deep kind of, it's deep. It's the deepest of the deep, but it's not a complex meditation, if you will. This is something simple that we can all do. We can all understand. We'll add some layers as we go. And we're doing this for ourselves as individuals, for our families, for our communities, for this holy chabura, this chavaya kedisha. And we're going to include, as we begin this meditation, all the light, all the shef, or the chiyas, or the bracha that we generate from above. We're going to include all of Klal Yisrael in it and all our allies within it. And that's our intention for tonight. I want to know one thing. When you come here right now to be magala your das, to express your intention, one sentence each, if you can do that. I understand there's 700 people here right now. The number's going up still, Baruch Hashem. What's your one intention of being here? What's your one intention of being here right now? Don't just mumble something into the word. Stop, close your eyes for a second, find it within, hands over your heart if that helps. Just draw your intention. What is your deepest intention? Bring light to Eretz Yisrael, bring light to Am Yisrael, spread light, connection, shine light, shalom all. Connection to bring love, bring the geula, no less, bring peace, shalom, add light. So these are hundreds of people. I can't even unity, harness, extend, protect, can't read all the sentences. Good, keep them going, keep them going. Just absorb that hashbara of ratzon, of the deepest vitzonius of who we are, solace, peace, and love, to break through the feel with the peace of the divine presence. Good. Hear how it's praying. Can't even read them. There's so many. They're beautiful, holy words, holy expressions. We can feel the light from them, the energy of them, bring them home. Channel the Geula, protect peace. I can't read Baruch Hashem. May them coming, they're coming, here they're coming, here they're coming. So we just absorb and connect and absorb and connect and absorb and connect. Beautiful. Okay. Listen very carefully. The pasuk says in Devarim, Daled, Deuteronomy 4, Lamed Hey, line number 35, Ata hareis ladas, ki Adonai hu ha'elohim ein od milvado. You have been shown to know. You know. You've seen it. You've experienced it. You've shown and been experienced enough to know, ladas, to know it on a conscious level, not just to know it intellectually. Da'as means the panemius of the lave, to feel it, experience it. There's enough teachings that you have, enough meditations you've done, enough Torah and Chassidus and Kabbalah that you learned. Your neshamas with Matan Torah. There's enough that you have. Ki Adonai hu ha'elokim. That Hashem is God. Hashem is God. Fine. That the most transcendent light is the natural physical world. That it's not, there's a world of darkness and one day we're going to get to the light. But right now it's shining in through Teva, HaTeva, Gematria Elokim. All of that is infinite, radiant, compassionate good. I don't wait to the world to come to see how it's good. Right now they're one and the same. Right now the revelation has come true. Right now the blessing is here. Right now peace and joy can be found even in this darkness, even this time of suffering. You've been shown enough to know. You have enough teachings. You have enough wisdom. You have a big enough soul. You've reincarnated enough times. You're a chelek alakayim ma'al mamash. It's within you. This is the pasuk. Ein Od Milvado. There is nothing else but the divine. There is nothing else but good. There's nothing else but blessing. This is the ultimate meditation. This sums up all the philosophy of all the Torah. The Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. That Hashem, the transcendent, the Elokeinu, our God, the physical, the tangible, the plural, the multiplicity of this world. They are all the transcendent and they are all one. Ki ata hareis ladas. You've been shown, you've experienced enough with your eyes, with the most powerful centers of your being. Lada'as, to bring into your consciousness till you can feel it, that even this physical world and all the challenges are illuminated, that everything is illuminated, that there is nothing else but the divine. It doesn't say there's divine, but it says there's nothing else but the divine. It's there to eliminate the havamina, any other assumption that something you see in the news, and that terrible person on social media that doesn't get our situation, and that terrible tragedy, that funeral we're at today, and the funeral we were at yesterday, that it all doesn't make sense, that we're helpless, that we're victims, that we're overwhelmed, that our enemies will take us down, that they can take us down. All of that is an illusion. And we have enough light in our hearts. We have enough presence collectively that we should be able to experience that in our consciousness. That is the literal definition of this teaching from the Torah. Ata hareis ladas. Hashem has shown you enough in this lifetime, shown you enough in all of history, given you enough light in your consciousness that you could experience now in a meditative consciousness, that the transcendent is all that's here. Even the physical is illuminated. Ein Od Milvado, and there's nothing else but light. There's nothing else but love. There's nothing else but transcendence. That's the Torah. The Sefer Or HaTorah, Kabbalistic Hasidic work based on Rabbi Sholem to Umim, says it like this: Tamim tiyeh Hashem Elokecha. Has everyone heard me so far? Stop for a second. Okay, that's the first line. Simple Torahs tonight. Give me one line feedback. What did you feel then? What did you hear then? What did you see then? What's your one takeaway just from that? Let's start there. Let's keep it simple. Approaching 800 people. Keep going. There's nothing but a shame anymore. But what does that mean to you? What does that feel to you? Light. Good. Keep that going. Where it's a two-way conversation. We're flowing. The energy's flowing. He quotes another famous pasuk, Tamim tiyeh Hashem Elokecha. Tamim tiyeh. You should be tamim. You should be whole. You should be pure. The nakuda in the tuf, says the Baal Shem Tov, meaning the nakudas of the lev, your whole heart should be whole, pure, perfect. Your consciousness is whole, perfect, and united in Hashem Elokecha. Listen to the words, Hashem Elokecha. Your entire consciousness should be at peace in the awareness, the das, that Hashem is Elakecha, that all that we have manifesting, the physical reality, is just illuminated divine radiance of goodness, of compassion, of transcendence. There is no darkness. It itself is revealing that. Tamim, but we have to be pure with that. We have to be at peace with that. We have to be whole with that. Kikasher, so the tzaddik says, Kikasher Adam im Hashem, tachashosha b'chol eva ve'eva. This is an incredible meditation technique. There's still people that tell me there's no meditations in Torah. It's astonishing to me. Kikasher Adam im Hashem, tachashosha b'chol eva ve'eva me'evarav. When a person enters their consciousness to be one with Hashem, tachashosha, that I am at one with my source. Capital SOURCE. I just put my consciousness there. I am at one with my source. I enter into the Tziladim Hemenusa, the shade, the guidance, the support, the blessing, the safety of faith. I put my entire consciousness, align it with my source in that light. B'chol eva ve'eva. I literally bring all my limbs into that light. I flood that light to my limbs, and I see my whole being is surrounded by that light. And I say, nobody can touch me. This is my intention. Nobody can touch me. Nobody can harm me, because everything is Hashem. And all my being is surrounded by a light. All myself and all my life and all my history and all my past and all my fears and all my strengths and all my weaknesses. Hashem, you are around me, you're within me, you're around me, within me. I give it over to you. Then, az hu tamim. Then you are pure, whole. Your entire consciousness is united in the divine light, surrounded by the divine light. Then there's no force, no creature, physical of the spiritual world, that can damage you, that can harm you at all. Nothing can touch you. You are pure and protected and safe from all sides. This is a mechanism many tzaddikim have discussed for thousands of years. When we see ourselves, when we bring our consciousness into the light, it creates a spiritual, Kabbalistic, energetic force field that creates physical protection from us. We'll talk about many tzaddikim that have used this before. He himself, Rabbi Shalom Te'umim, heard from a great tzaddik, he doesn't say who it is, that used to tell his own children, when some negative person, God forbid, energy, God forbid, challenge, God forbid, comes at you, comes to attack you, comes to disconnect you from Hashem, whatever it is, whatever the cause of that challenge is, whether it's financial, b'mammon, or b'inyonim acherim, anything in the world, let's learn. You say this mantra. This is a mantra. He said, say these words. He says it here in Yiddish. I'll read it here in Ivrit. By saying this intention, we draw this light and energy. Remember, we're going to do this together, but we're going to put ourselves in that light. We're going to surround ourselves in the light. We're going to put all Ava for Ava, all ourselves into the light. And then in that consciousness, we draw the light of blessing with these words. Master of all reality of the world, master of all reality, source of all. Rabbono means also source of all reality. You created me, all of history, everything leading up to this moment. You created everything. Created me. Atamachayasi, not just historically, but right now. I'm only alive because you're creating it. If, according to Kabbalah and Chassidus, Hashem doesn't make something historically and it still exists. Everything exists. This computer, the screen, my face, my hat, everything. Because Hashem is generating. He's mechadish b'tuba b'chol yom tabin ma'aseh v'reishis. Every second, he's strobing it into existence. That means nothing can touch you because nothing can exist outside Hashem's will to bring into existence. So right now, everything is now connecting to the divine infinite will. You're the master, you're the source of all the reality. Even right now, you created me, I exist because you decided for me to exist, but right now you're giving me energy. Right now you're giving me energy. Right now you want me to exist and you want me to exist. And nothing can override Hashem's wanting for us to exist. I am giving my entire existence, my entire consciousness over to you. I'm relying completely on that energy. I'm allowing myself to exist, to only be an expression of your will. As you align your intention in that direction, then you create an energetic force field that you're so connected to the divine, you're so elevated to that place that nothing in the world is able to come close to you. Ad kad l'shoinai. If a person has that intention, does that meditation, it protects you from any negative force, and this is tried and tested. Tzaddikim have done this, people have done this, and it works. Since you enter into the Vekas and connect yourself into the source of a life, you're protected energetically from all sides, and no negative force can touch you. One more, we have the Heilige Sefer, Nefesh Chaim. What did you take from the second Torah? What was your takeaway then? Share it with me now. Share it with me now. Let's hear any words. Protection, safe, empowering, God is love. All these things are true. No fear, in the best hands, love, connected. Everybody, don't say I'm not going to write anything. You should also write something. You'll see. It opens up the channels of interacting. MS, surrender, so many, hundreds now. Energetic protection, love. Oh, keep going. Right. You see, Hashem is a field of energy, of love, of infinite consciousness. Hashem is generating all the matter, all the substance, all the cells, all the object. Hashem is generating the consciousness of other peoples, the matter, the mass, and the brain, the cells, everything on a cellular level, the quarks, everything goes back down to the quantum field. That's the interface. Hashem is not just historically creating it, but generating it now. When we align ourselves with that field, that channel of light, everything around us is energetically influenced by that as well. We draw light into our field, and that field affects mass, it affects matter, it affects consciousness around us. You understand, we learned from the base of Levi, you understand that when we have fear, when we don't see Hashem, when we don't think Hashem can protect us, when we're terrified that we're vulnerable to that person or that political movement or those people out to attack us and hate us and everything that they do, you understand we collapse into the physical world, we disconnect from the higher blessing, line of security, and God forbid we actually become vulnerable. Reality affects you to the degree, to the state of the consciousness that you're on. Are you understanding that? Are you understanding that? The Heilige Nefesh Chaim. I taught this too in a class a few weeks ago, a few days after the terrible atrocity happened, on the 8th and the 9th. This is in truth, in reality, a tremendous secret. It's a supernatural, wondrous mechanism in reality. With this technique, he's about to teach you another source, Nefesh Chaim. You can remove, you can nullify, you can banish, you can vanquish, you can destroy, eliminate, melt, release, transmute any negative energy, negative person, even the will, intentions of other people to destroy you with this technique. That nothing should be able to affect you, nothing should be able to touch you, that nothing would even make the smallest imprint on you. When you fix this in your heart, when you bring it into your das, consciousness, when you bring this into heart, it's not enough. It's not enough to know it in your head. It's not enough to share in the words. You have to bring your consciousness into this state. You have to bring your heart to this consciousness. Lemor, hello. Hashem hu Elokim, ha'amiti. It's the same line from the Torah. It's the same line all the Tzaddikim are using. Tamim yeh b'Hashem Elokecha. Hashem Elokecha. Hello, Hashem, the transcendent light is all around us. The Baal Shem Tov says, my friends, it says that you can't pray with kavana. A person can't pray until they imagine a light is surrounding them from all sides. When you feel that light surrounding from all sides, when you feel that love surrounding from both sides, it's only then that you can pray with kavana. Because you can't pray unless you feel Hashem is with you in your heart. That experience is real. Then you're actually talking to someone. You're not just talking to a wall or talking to your prayer book. So they're saying you have to put this beliboy. Hello, Hashem hu Elokim ha'amiti. It's true. Hashem is really, there's no force in the world. What the New York Times says about us, what Hamas says about it, what Iran says about us, what some pop star on social media says about us, nothing can touch us. Nothing can touch us. Nothing can touch you. You're safe. You're loved. Hashem is controlling all of them. And when we give our consciousness over to Hashem and we unite our hearts together in light and love and power, when we're in that strength, we're untouchable. When we're not, when we hate each other, when we're angry at others, when we're living in fear, when we're staring at politics, when we're consumed by social media, when we're attacking the left and the right, then we are sucked into the physical world and the law of nature, and we are vulnerable and taken down. This is what we see 1,000 times. Hello, Hashem hu Elokim amiti. Ein Od Milvado Yisbarach. Shum koyach ba'olam v'kol ha'olam asklal. There's no other force, even the Satan, even the Shindalids, all the negative energies, even the koyach of Yishmael, even the koyach of a Malak, when we are in unity and tamim and unified in our consciousness and experiencing the love and putting all our limbs in our collective limbs of Klal Yisrael, of the parts of Nishmas Yisrael, when we bring that all up into the light, nothing can touch me in any world. I experience that everything is simple light, everything is simple good. And you give all your gaiva. I'm going to protect it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stand up. We have to give it for 5 minutes a day, for half an hour a day. Yes, we have to work hard. Yes, we have to contribute together. Yes, we have to fight the fight in whatever way we can. But we have to not become so invested in it that thinking we do and it's not Hashem. We see that the what I do and what I must do, whether I pick up a gun, where I fight back on social media, whether I give money or food to the soldiers, whatever I'm contributing, when I'm learning Torah, when I'm tefillah, whatever I'm contributing, it's not my gun, it's not my soldiers, it's not my IDF, it's not my social media posts, it's not my money that I contribute, it's not my Torah that I learned. We start by saying it's all Hashem, it's all Hashem. Hashem can save us from the worst darkness in the world. And then when we do actions, which we must do, we do it from that light. We do it from that awareness, as expression of that amun, expression of that trust. So you have to completely nullify yourself, completely give yourself over. You pay no attention to anything on social media, no attention to anything in the news. You say, wow, Hashem could turn it around, pitam, immediately. You entirely give over your consciousness. Meditation. You entirely mishabed, you enslave, you surrender your consciousness entirely, your pure, pristine consciousness, back over to the unified light of Hashem. Can you speak who is Barak B'Yadosh Mamela is Batlu my love Kol HaKoiches V'Avetzoyin Shabbat, and then Hashem can easily nullify everything. Shelo Yachlu L'Poelo Shum Devar Klal. Sublimation, that's a good word, David, sublimation. There's two ways how Hashem interfaces with reality. There's the infinite Ora Ein Sof of Hashem. But Hashem interfaces with reality in two different ways. One is a lower way and one is a higher way. One is the laws of Teva, the laws of nature, which involves Midah Kedeg Midah, which involves what some people like to call karma. What we put out comes back to us. There's evil people in the world. Everybody has free will. Dark forces can decide to attack us. And Hagas HaMishpat is what is called by the Ramchal. And there's another force. There's another force called the Eitz Chaim. There's the Eitz Das Tevara, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's good and bad and evil and battling in nature. And we need America to defend us. If America doesn't defend us, we don't have enough ships and we don't have enough money, and then we're all left vulnerable. This is all the external reality. And if people don't stand up against Hamas and the UN, then we are more vulnerable. These are all truths. These are political, ridiculous truths about the terrible, chaotic, bilbul, dika, eitzadas, tovara, dika world that we live in. Fine. And there's another world. And it's a deeper field that's around all of that. It's the Eitz Chaim, the tree of life, the higher consciousness, where everything is one and revealed and unified and good. Hashem says to the Jewish people always, if you live in the physical world, you will be broken, because you've been alive for too long. You're a supernatural being. You're a supernatural people. And if you raise up to supernatural destiny, you raise out of nature. You survive in a supernatural way. You have blessing, being blessing to the world in a supernatural way. I protect you, I guide you, and I illuminate you, a channel for the blessing of the world. But as long as you deny your spiritual truth, your spiritual light, you see the world as money, as politics, as control, even politically Eretz Yisrael, even politically the Americans in the UN and Iran, and you think that's the only reality, then you collapse into living through that interface. But the secret is, if we close our eyes, as Rabbi Nachman says, and we see that Hashem is the light, and that light is not just up there, but light is coming through Iran and Iraq, out of America. That light is flooding there. And we see through the physical to the spiritual, through the physical to the spiritual, that Hashem is the field of light and energy that's manifesting all of that. And everything can be nullified and released back into his light. And he created it, and he's creating life in them right now. When we realize that he's behind everything, then Kabbalistically, we give him the power. Ein Od, we give power to Hashem to change the field and make miracles happen. When we see with our physical eyes of flesh and blood that here come Hamas. Oh, Americans haven't given us enough money. Why is the UN saying such bad things about us? When we think they are reality and have the power, we give the energetic power to them and the dark forces that control them. But when we look at them and experience them, and we say they are themselves manifestations of the divine, then we create a channel and an energetic opening that divine light floods them, catalyzes them, transforms them, and turns them to the good of us and the good of the world. This is the secret of all these meditations. This is the secret of the Tselem Elokim. This is the secret of why we're partners in creation. Do we choose to see a physical world? What you give your attention to and what you believe in cuts God out of reality or draws him in powerful revelation to reality. When you see the person coming at you, God forbid, with a gun, when you say, I am helpless and this person has the power, then we give physicality and disconnect them energetically, and they have the power to destroy. When we stare at them and say that the Shem controls them, there's a field and light of love and blessing behind them, our consciousness creates an opening that allows Hashem to flood in and do that. What does it mean? We have to allow Hashem? Hashem can't get there himself? Of course he can, but this is the essence of Bechira. This is the essence of what he's teaching us. He chooses not to come in unless we bring him in. You make a place for me to dwell with your mind and heart, and I will reveal myself within there. So our meditation for today is to invite Hashem in. That's all. To invite Hashem in. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Give me one line of feedback. What are you taking away? Baruch Hashem, over 800 people. Let Hashem in. We'll send out sources. If you're in a WhatsApp group, you sign up for a WhatsApp group, and I'll send out sources to everybody. Is that good? I can't do that here. Wow, so many sources, beautiful people. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the game. We allow Hashem to take the steering wheel when we see that he can take the steering wheel. When we think the world is separate, fragmented off from Hashem, then we energetically disconnect him. Hashem wants us to choose light. He wants us to see him, and we have the keys to bring him in. That's our goal. I could do many different meditations on this. We're going to do something very, very simple now. Are you ready? L'chaim. If you want everyone to make sure your phones are disconnected for a few minutes, if you're not watching on your phone right now, put it on plane mode. Make sure all the other things that whiz and ting and bing and announce, make sure they're silent for a few minutes. Let's just do a short, beautiful 30-minute meditation. A short, beautiful 30-minute meditation. A short, beautiful 30-minute meditation. I'm going to ask everyone to close their eyes right now. Ein Od Milvado. Ein Od Milvado. Close your eyes, sit up straight. Uncross your arms and your legs. It's really incredible that we get to do this together now. We're going to begin slowly. I want you to focus on the words Ein Od Milvado. Maybe you know what the letters look like in Hebrew. So you can imagine the letters before your eyes or draw them as I say the words. Maybe you have no idea what the letters look like. And just focus on the sound of the letters themselves. In the Hebrew letters, in the sound that expresses them, are the channels themselves for extraordinary divine light to enter our ears, flood our mind, expand to our heart, and illuminate our souls. Ein Od Milvado. Ein Od Milvado. Gently whispering, if you want, out loud the sound with me. Ein Od Milvado. Ein Od Milvado. I want you to choose and believe right now that every single one of us watching this now are connected as one. Send out your light and receive that light to the soul of everybody in this group right now. Hit Kashrut. On the count of 3, choose and believe we're all connected together. 1, 2, 3. Let's make that even stronger now. We're going to first choose to be connected to everyone, then we're going to absolutely believe and trust that we are. Emunah is a powerful thing. 1, 2, 3. We're going to invite into this light any tzaddik or tzaddikus that we choose. Any spiritual master, ascended master from our history. It could be a tzaddik that's alive today. Tzvi Maya Zilberberg, Avicii Meir Morgenstern, Shanava Rebbe. Say out loud any tzaddik or tzaddikus you would like to invite. Sari Menu, Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh, Chaim Volozhiner, Shnei Zalman of Liadi, Lubavitch Rebbe, we're all bringing in different tzaddikim and their light and their gifts. Through our intention, we bring them in. Ask them now to bless us in this process of experiencing on the deepest level a tikkun, a healing for all of Klal Yisrael. L'shem Yichud Kudsha Berichu Shchinte B'tchilu Urechimu B'chet Shem Yud Hei B'vav Hei B'yichud Shalim B'Shem Kol Yisrael. On behalf of all the Jewish people, we're reaching out to them with our light and we're drawing them in. So when we access this state, we want them to also experience this state as well. Every single one of them. We share it with them. Aren't we blessed to be doing this together? Of such different people, such different backgrounds, but we were drawn to this space today, guided to this space today, pulled by the tzaddikim to this space today. Let us be humbled by that. Let us choose to be of service to Hashem. It's whatever tikkun needs to be done, please may we accomplish that today. And we don't know the depth of these kavanas, these intentions. Who does? But we ask the Siddiqim, the Neshamas, to do the intentions for us. May we be connected to that blessing and that healing in whatever way possible. Right now, I want you to see your body and all that it's carrying in front of you. I want you to imagine in your mind the place where you're sitting, the room, the space. I want you to flood it with light. Realize those walls around you were created and are being created by Hashem right now. Even with your eyes closed, just realize the room around you. Everything within it. The walls are now the light, the energy, the field of transcendence within them is turning on louder and louder until the mass, the matter, the substance of it just dissolves into the light. So you're surrounded by light. Imagine the ceiling above you, the wall, the floor below you. It's not cement, it's not concrete, it just has an appearance of that. It's not carpet. It's just divine light and energy manifesting in different forms. Turn up the volume. Ask Hashem to turn up the volume of the divine light and names within it. To whatever form, substance dissolves, and all that's left is the higher frequency, the field, transcendent love and energy from the divine. And the walls around you, the ceiling and floor above and below you. What about the chair underneath you now? Whatever you're sitting on, see it as a field of energy, of light, where Hashem is allowing some density in some places to support you. Out of sheer compassion and kindness, Hashem is allowing you to feel comforted. Allowing you to feel comforted because He loves you. Because He loves you. See the chair, feel it just hovering there in space. It doesn't have to hover. The legs that it stands on don't have to be solid. Hashem loves you and wants to support you. We're surrounded by light and love. Ein Od Milvado. It's not a house, it's a chair. It's not a house, it's a light. We're sitting on the divine, a kisei covered, a chair of honor. Now the clothes, all the clothes Hashem created because He loves you. He wants you to be warm and comfortable. Is it wool? Is it cotton? Is it polyester? It's all Hashem's lights, manifesting in infinite forms, but you are surrounded by katanas or aleph of Reish, clothes of light. Ein Od Milvado. Clothes of light. The walls, the ceiling, the floor are light. Light and love and infinite compassion. Everything underneath you, supporting you, is light and love of an infinite compassion. The clothes, light and love of infinite compassion. I want you to right now to exhale all of the air out of your lungs, all the way out. All the way out. And now draw a deep inhale with me. 1, 2, 3. Fill up your lungs completely with air. And now go to a full exhale and slowly exhale it all out. 1, 2, 3, and all out now. 4. Flow straight into an inhale. Deepen up. 1, 2. Fill up those lungs. 3, 4, and just spill that into an exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. This is light, it's not air. Ein Od Milvado. 2, 3, you're being filled with light. And 1, 2, let the light come and go within you. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back to normal breathing. Take all of your history, all the good and the bad, just flood it with light. All the memories, just flood them with light. Yud, Hey, and Vav and Hey. All of history, all the memories, all the good, just flood them with light. Anything that comes, flood it with divine light. Hashem created, Hashem's creating. He's releasing it, He's blessing it, He's releasing it. Let it go. Everything happening in your life around you today, the stress, the worries, concerns, families, friends, community, world, flood it with light. Just see it very bright, very illuminated. Yud, Hey, and Vav and Hey. Draw the divine name there. Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey. Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey. Ein Od Milvado. Illuminated, illuminated. There's nothing he can't illuminate now. There's nothing you can't flood with your consciousness now. Transform it completely. Don't overthink about it. But that's so bad, but they're so evil. Flood them with light. Hashem is creating them. Hashem is creating them. He can release the darkness. Give the control back to Him. Hashem, you are in that. You can release it. You are in that. You can release it. You are the field that creates that. Release it. Future, any concerns, any expectations, anything you invested in, flood it with light. Release the outcome. I give it all back to you. You're in control. Anything I wanted for the good, anything I was afraid of for the bad. I surrender the future to your light, to your control, to your love. My biggest fears, my biggest concerns, Hashem, gone. You have so much love, you have so much power. Evaporate it, release it, reveal it as light and good of infinite love for ourselves, for our people, for all of the world. Don't overthink it. Beautiful. It was so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Come back to the present. Connect to this group again. Share your light, even more light. Reveal, release, return more light to you from the group. Share it to the group. Ask the Tzaddikim to bless us more. We've released more. We've unified more. Malay man, we're lifting up that release. Feel very close to Lubavitcher Rebbe right now, asking him to bless us and guide us and teach us. Finish his work. See a light surrounding us all, moving around us all, very bright, very strong. Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey, above and below. I want you to physically imagine moving your limbs into the light. Move them a little bit. Move your legs just a little bit and choosing with intention. The light is around me, the light is around me, illuminating us. Divine name is around us. Bring your head into it a little bit. Bring your toes into it a little bit. Hashem, pour that light onto us so we can feel it and experience it. The light of your protection, of Shmira and of Hagana, of Bracha. And I want you to bring everyone in Am Yisrael into that light. See yourself reaching out to the soldiers, reaching out to the hostages. The IDF, literally just reach out and bring them in whatever form you imagine that. Bring the whole world, our allies and all of Am Yisrael into the boundaries of Eretz Yisrael, into that light. Bring your family, your friends, your children into that light. The Avarim, the Kohanim, the Leviim, the Israelites, the Talmidei Chachamim, the Hamoinam, the ones that work and make Parnasa, the ones that fight on the front line, soldiers, the generals, everybody, bring them into the light. The mummies, the tatis, the zaydis, the barbis, the kinderlach, the boys and the girls, the holy ones, the ones that are struggling. Reach out physically with your hands and bring them in. Put your arm around them and draw them in. Anyone whose soul is a little open. Hashem, illuminate us. Hashem, every single one of us is only you. Every single one of us wants only you. Our light and even in our darkness is a struggle to find you. The religious and the secular, we're all just searching for you. All our strengths are your strengths. All those weaknesses are where we lose you. We're all trying to find our way home. See in every single one of them divine light. Ein Od Milvado. See the holiness and Kedusha in every single one of them. Thank you, Rebbe. See the holiness and Kedusha in every single one of them. Feel it in your heart. This rabbi, this soldier, this chilani. See the holiness and the yearning. Forgive them. Forgive them. Draw them back in. Ein Od Milvado. Hashem Hu Ha'elakim. Ribono Shel Olam, source of all of reality, above us, outside us, illuminating the infinite light, the infinite blessing, the infinite radiance, the aura Ein Sof, Keta, Chochma, Bina, Dat, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Malchus, all that light flooding down from Atzilas into this world. You created us physically, Am Yisrael, Eretz Yisrael, all of our history, that was all you. You are generating us now. Feel yourselves being generated now. Feel the Jewish people's heartbeat, every beat being generated now. See us strobing into existence out of the infinite love of the divine light. Again and again, we are so created now. We are recreated in the moment, fresh in the moment, His chadshus in the moment, His chadshus in the moment. Because He's creating us now, we are not determined by our history. We are not determined by our trauma. We are not determined by exile. He can recreate us now in the divine image, in our infinite power, jubilant, free, united, illuminated, Kadosh, 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 holy, 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 as one. Source of all of reality. You created us. You are energetically giving us life completely in the present. Ani samuch rach elech levadecha. We are completely given over to you now. Commit in your mind to completely give over yourself to Hashem, to His will, to His light, to trust it, to not resist it, to not get caught in your ego, to trust that it is good, that there's blessing. Give yourself 100% over. Say, I give myself 100% over to the light right now. I trust myself 100% given over to trust Hashem, Yud Hey and Vav Hey. On behalf of the Klal Yisrael, we surrender and trust you completely right now. The angel L'Zulasecha Devar Alai. There's no other force that can touch us but you. There's no other force that can harm us. There's no other force that can get near to us because you are everything. You are in them. In our enemies, in our allies, it's all you. We're choosing to see, to bring you into it all and keep ourselves in the light. We have nothing to fear but you. Let's try it again. Rabbono Shel Olam, source of all of reality. You created us and all of history. You are giving life to all of us right now. We completely surrender, trust, and give ourselves over entirely to you. Bringing ourselves into that light, we're aware there is nothing else but you, and therefore no one else and nothing else can harm us and touch us at all. Again, Rabbono Shel Olam, source of reality, generating, recreating reality in every moment. Atabar Asani, you created us all. All of history was you who got us to this point. All the Seder Shtalshalos, all of history and personal history. Atamachai, you're giving me life. Right now you're generating us, strobing us into reality with love, choosing us with love again, choosing us with love again, choosing us with love right now, choosing us with love right now, choosing us with love right now. Ani samuch lach alech levadecha. I surrender to you. I give myself completely over to you now. I give my life completely over to you now. I give my family completely over to you right now. You are illuminating them all. I give all my possessions over to you right now. You're illuminating them all. I give all my community and all Klal Yisrael over to you right now. Illuminate us all. Let us bask in your light until we realize there is nothing else but you. And thus nothing else can touch us. Nothing else can harm us. Because everything is your Ratzon. Everything is your will. I see that now. I believe that now. I trust that now. And because I do, we are safe. One minute now for your own personal prayer, to pour out your heart whatever you most need. We're inviting Hashem to come down after this meditation, to bless our lives and our people, to bring home our hostages and every single soldier, healthy, with joy, back to Yerushalayim, to celebrate the final redemption and light and peace and goodness and blessing for all of the world. May our enemies and the force of darkness be vanquished for all time. May there be no more suffering or pain in any way. Coming back to our bodies, but not leaving the light at all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, into your bodies. 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready and number 4, you can open your eyes. Wow. Here we are. Just take a moment to acclimatize. Take a moment of gratitude, just that we're able to do that together. Nearly 1,000 people. I would love to hear if anyone wants to raise their hand and share. I want one line takeaway, what that was like for you. One line takeaway. If you'd like to raise your digital hand, we'll turn on your mic. A few shares, 1 or 2 lines, takeaway. Wow, there's like 100 messages now. One line, what was that like for you? Blissful, transcendence, heaviness lifted. Today, I can't read so fast. May Hashem continues to bless you. Wow, thank you so much. Powerful, embodied, beautiful, peace, light, mystical. I'm so many comments going so fast. Baruch Hashem, there must be a technical way we can read these. Okay. If anyone would care to share, we just a couple lines from each. He doesn't want it to end. So much, so powerful, blissful, transported, transcendent, homecoming. This helped me so much, my husband. I can't read that. Thank you. Okay, I'd love to hear. I'm just turning on people's microphones very fast. Shalom, Dina. How are you? See if you can turn on your mic now. Hi. Share a couple words with us.
Shavua Tov, Rabbi. Thank you so much again. I really needed that. I needed to feel connected to my people, to my God. It's just been so heavy.
Right.
Today, and we plow through, and it's just it's so hard to be involved and focus on our everyday mundane tasks,
Right.
taking care of our families,
right,
and our spouse and our kids, and
right. So what was the meditation like for you, Dina?
Just connecting, just very just felt a part of Am Yisrael, and I really deeply needed that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Dina. You should be able to keep that in your heart, and the blessing should stay with you. We're going to move on to Chana Feinstein. Chana, I'm just unmuting you right now. Hi there.
Good tears. Poetry.
Poetry. What kind of poetry?
I write poetry, so poetry of light. That's what it felt like.
Poetry of light. Maybe you write a poem about it and send it. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Chana. Let's go to Rachel Leah. Couple sentences, Rachel Leah. What was that like for you?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, Devakas, like before.
Which means what?
The consciousness morphing with the neshama, that right? The right
Right.
word. I always see a lot of purple towards the end
Mm-hmm.
when you say Hashem's name, and I can't control it's not shuckling. I'm not doing it. It happens
Right.
every time. I'm like going around and I'm shuckling, and
we have to learn together about the body movements. There's certain body movements, and it comes out as part of a purification. It's a kind of flow. So we'll learn about it. Thank you for sharing, Rachel Leah. One more. We're going to Gitti. Hello, Gitti. How are you? What was that like for you?
Hi, it was emotional, and I'm full of gratitude to be able to experience this, and I appreciate you creating this opportunity for us.
The simcha. B'simcha. Thank you so much, Gitty. So friends, I really want to end on time. I want to thank Malcolm and Esther, who really put in tremendous work behind the scenes to bring this together for you. I think we'd love to do something like this once a week. Would that be nice for you all to come together? I always talk about it, but there's so much we're trying to do, and my health is not so strong, so we're in and out of productivity. But I think this I feel better after this. I would love to hear your feedback. If you want to send some feedback to info@elevationproject.com. That's an email address, info@elevationproject.com. We'd love to hear feedback from you. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, you leave a message there. Keep davening for our people. Sign up to our WhatsApp groups so you can hear about these when we announce them. I'll send out source sheets. Wave your hands if you want to see the source sheets. They're going to be in Hebrew. I don't know if that's helpful for you, but I'll send them off. I'll get to a translation one time if that helps. Okay. May you only know love and light and elevation. When you see the light, you bring the light. That is the secret. Ein Od Milvado. Have a wonderful week, my friends.